Imagine an ancient Earth where the skies had never known the shadow of humankind, and the ground trembled beneath the steps of colossal beings. Strangely enough, they were not dinosaurs. Long before those mighty reptiles came to rule the planet, Earth was already the stage of bizarre giants, creatures both familiar and alien, so astonishing that modern science still struggles to comprehend them. There were beasts that looked like a fusion between a giant crocodile and a woolly mammoth. Insects with wings as wide as an albatross soared through the air. And monstrous predators with grotesque forms once held absolute power over the land, the seas, and even the skies. These strange titans vanished into the mist of history, forgotten by the passing of time. But today we shall lift the veil of mystery and step into the world of prehistoric giants, creatures stranger than dinosaurs themselves. Our journey does not begin in the dazzling Cretaceous, but farther back, deep in the ancient oceans of the Cambrian. There, the apex predator bore no spine, no dinosaurian form, but was Anomalocaris. Its body tapered like a torpedo, with scythe-shaped frontal appendages and a circular mouth made of hard plates arranged like interlocking gears. Around it crept Hallucigenia, stumbling along on spindly, needle-like legs, its back bristling with upright spines, a body plan so bizarre it left paleontologists arguing for decades. These strange pioneers set the rule. In prehistory, the bizarre was not an exception, but a survival strategy. From Cambrian shallows, we drift into the Devonian, the age of fishes. Here, before steel was ever forged, nature had already designed armored perfection. Dunkleosteus. Its jaws were bony blades, snapping shut with a force that could crush the shells of any contemporary armored creature. In lush green bays, primitive sharks tested out wild designs. Helicoprion bore a lower jaw, curled into a buzzsaw spiral, an endless conveyor of teeth grinding within its mouth. Along tidal flats, the sea scorpion Echolopterus stretched longer than a man is tall, its paddled claws sweeping the water, ruling as the armored overlord of its age. Then Earth shifted into the Carboniferous, when swampy forests of ferns and towering horsetails flourished, and oxygen levels soared to unusual heights. In that rich air, strange giants took flight. Meganeura, a dragonfly with wings as broad as an albatross, soared above the canopy. On the forest floor, Arthropods, a millipede as long as a canoe, crawled across mats of damp leaves. These outsized bodies were no fantasy. They were direct consequences of an atmosphere where breathing through simple air tubes was efficient enough to sustain such colossal scale. But nature never holds one shape for long. By the late Permian, the supercontinent Pangaea locked together, climates turned harsh, and new rulers stepped onto land. Meet Dimetrodon, not a dinosaur, but a synapsid, kin to mammals, its back crowned with a tall, sail-like structure of spines sheathed in skin, perhaps a radiator of heat, perhaps a banner of display. Across arid dunes, Inostrancevia, a saber-toothed gorgonopsid, prowled with the stealth of a big cat, dagger fangs glinting. Moschops, heavy and lumbering, swayed under the sun, its skull thickened like a hammer, perhaps for head-butting contests in mating rituals. Nearby, Scutosaurus marched slow but steadfast, its body clad in bone armor like a fortress on legs. Then came the Permian Triassic mass extinction, erasing most life. When the dust settled, one small but stubborn survivor rose. Lystrosaurus, duck-billed snout, shovel-like tusks, became the most common creature on Earth at the dawn of the Triassic. From this resilient foundation, evolution branched again. Along riverbanks, Tanystropheus stretched a neck longer than its body, wielding it like a fishing pole to snatch prey. Offshore, Giant ichthyosaurs such as Cenozoic surged through the seas, lung-powered torpedoes with paddle-like limbs and eyes wide as shields. In the oceans of the Jurassic and Cretaceous, while dinosaurs ruled the land, the seas had their own monarchs. Giant pliosaurs like Liopleurodon, though its true size remains debated, were bundles of muscle with rows of dagger teeth. Later, Mosasaurus, a marine lizard, became the living spear of the Cretaceous, thrashing powerfully through warm waters. Quieter but equally grand, Leadsichthys, a giant bony fish, filtered plankton through soft jaws, a primitive draft of the baleen whale's design. Overhead, it was not birds nor feathered dinosaurs, but the pterosaurs, living sails of skin and cartilage that dominated the skies. Quetzalcoatlus, with wings wide enough to cast a shadow across a meadow, proved that nature could invent flight by many formulas, not only the birds. Along rivers and swamps, another dynasty thrived in silence, the giant crocodiliforms. In ancient Africa, Sarcosuchus, long-snouted, shield-backed, waited for the footsteps of primeval buffalo. In North America, Dinosuchus lurked beneath watering holes, where even dinosaurs could fall prey. Fossil bones still bear crescent-shaped bite marks, a silent testimony to their ambushes. When dinosaurs vanished at the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary, a power vacuum opened for new giants. In the humid Paleocene tropics, Titanoboa slithered silently, a snake the length of a train car, its warm-blooded mass crushing prey with inescapable coils. At sea, Basilosaurus, an ancient whale shaped like a serpent, retained tiny vestigial legs as relics of its ancestry, swimming not by flukes, but by serpentine undulations. Sharing the deep, the colossal shark Megalodon, now placed within Autodus, left behind teeth thick as fingers, evidence of a predator capable of cleaving a whale in half. On land in the late Cenozoic, size itself became spectacle. Paraceratherium, the hornless rhinoceros, stood taller than houses, neck stretched toward the highest leaves. In the Americas, Megatherium, the giant ground sloth, rose on hind legs, crescent claws pulling down trees, while Glyptodon curled within its armored dome like a living tank. Overhead, Argentavis soared on wings like drifting clouds, and across South American plains, the terror birds, Forus racos, sprinted like wind, hammer-like beaks delivering death in a single strike. The Ice Age brought its own titans. Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat, locked its prey with twin blades plunging like shears. Mammothus, the woolly mammoth, bore crescent tusks like slivers of moonlight, braving storms beneath its shaggy coat. In younger swamps of South America, Purosaurus, a monstrous caiman, still whispered of a world where a single bite could drag a horse into oblivion. Threading these forms together, a rhythm emerges. The deep sea experiments first, swamps magnify next, continents and skies perfect the design. From Anomalocaris to Megalodon, from Dimetrodon to Paraceratherium, each grotesque blueprint was a solution to an ecological equation: temperature, oxygen, prey, ecosystem structure, all blended into the orchestra of evolution. These forgotten giants were not bizarre for spectacle alone. They are proof that life has always been willing to test every path, even those leading to extinction, only to clear the way for new heirs. Picture this. The entire planet once trembled beneath the footsteps of these colossal beings. Yet even the mightiest could not escape the harshest law of all: extinction. Oceans shifted, climates reversed, asteroids struck, volcanoes roared, each fury of Earth a death sentence for its giants. Dunkleosteus, Titanoboa, Megalodon, Paraceratherium, one by one they vanished into eternal shadow. All we have left are fossils, tooth marks and fragments of bone, whispers of a world stranger and grander than imagination itself. And the haunting question remains: is the age of humankind destined to be just another fleeting chapter in evolution's vast book? If you wish to continue this journey into secrets buried for millions of years, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Beyond the veil of time, countless forgotten giants still await to be awakened.